So on December 3rd, 2024, I had the absolute privilege of attending the Aspire conference. This conference lasted all the way from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and I was one of 4,000 participants. They had speakers like Tim Story, David Goggins, Bethenny Frankel. These are speakers that have been around people like Kobe Bryant, Oprah Winfrey. It's one thing to read about these people in a book, to read about business in books, but I attended this conference because I wanted a first-hand experience of just seeing these motivational and inspirational people in real life. And then on the other hand, this conference was on a Tuesday. If you were there on a Tuesday, it means you took off work. It means you truly care about whether that's self-improvement, surrounding yourself with people who are motivated and aspiring towards self-improvement. Hi everyone, my name is Hannah, and as a recent MPH graduate, part-time Sunday school teacher, and a data analyst, I make faith-based and holistic living content here on YouTube. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the 2024 Aspire conference. So one of the speakers that I had the absolute privilege of hearing was Rene Mariano. So Rene tells us the story of this one decision that she makes that not only helped her secure the main character of the movie Jersey Boys, but because of this one decision, she ends up eating lunch with Clint Eastwood almost every single day that they were filming the set. So before Rene was cast into the movie, she was performing on Broadway. So one day, her and her cast hear that Clint Eastwood is supposed to come through and just see the play because he was filming this movie Jersey Boys later on, and they were performing it on Broadway. So he comes through, they perform, they do the play. Renee gets a phone call from her agent asking her to audition for one of the angels that are going to be in the movie. Once Renee gets to the set, she has this voice inside of her heart telling her that she shouldn't audition for one of the angels, but instead that she should audition for the main character, which is Mary Delgado. And so she gets to the set and she decides to listen to the small voice within her, and she asked the director to help her, that she wanted to audition for the main character. Lo and behold, she ends up auditioning for this role, and funny enough, she ends up getting the role. So later on, she ends up hearing that Clint Eastwood himself wanted her for that specific role. He didn't want her for one of the angels, but he wanted her to play the main character, Mary Delgado. So because of this one decision, she ends up eating lunch with Clint Eastwood on the days that they were filming this, and she gets to play main character. And so the message was, who's waiting for you to walk through that door? Because Clint Eastwood was waiting for her specifically to walk through that door, to play that part, to rise up, to be that person. So who is waiting for you to walk through the door? This second person that I am going to talk about is perhaps one of my favorite speakers of the night, who has worked with legends like Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant, and Stephen Curry. And this person is none other than Alan Stein. Alan Stein is a performance coach. He's also a keynote speaker and an author. He talks about the first time that he met Kobe Bryant. So Alan and Kobe schedule a time to meet at 4 a.m. in the morning, but to impress Kobe just a little bit, Alan decides to show up 30 minutes prior to when they were expected to meet, which is at 4 a.m. when Kobe starts his practice for his drills. So he wakes up early that morning around 3 a.m. He gets his butt to the gym where Kobe is supposed to be practicing, and funny enough, Kobe is already there and he is warming up for his drills at 3:30 a.m. in the morning. And more interestingly enough, not only is Kobe warming up, Kobe is also practicing the basic drills of basketball. In response, when Alan notices this, Kobe says to him that he never gets bored with the basics. Alan's message was very simple, but so profound. 50% of the things that we do in life are habitual. So he sort of asks this question, are you the person that you are because of your habits or in spite of your habits? So the third and final person that I'm going to be talking about is Andrew Cordle, who is an entrepreneur, educator, a motivational keynote speaker as well. He's one of the speakers inside of the conference. Andrew tells this very familiar story about this thing that his mom used to tell him when they went to social events. And funny enough, almost everyone in the conference room knew that, and that is that when we go into conferences or social events, our parents tell us not to talk about three things, which are religion, politics, and the third one is money. So we go into social events and we talk about business when really we want to talk about money. We talk about networking when really we want to talk about money. We talk about growing our business or finding people to mentor us or help us in our journey, and really ultimately we want all of these things to lead to us getting more money or opportunities or any of those things like that. So he talks about the value of speaking up, of talking about money, and actually talking about what we mean. And so this was one of the major talks, and the way he opened up his keynote during his talk. So if you made it up until this point, I hope you learned a little bit about the Aspire 2024 conference in DC. If you are thinking about going, I wholeheartedly recommend. I got to meet incredible people. I got to network with incredible people. I got to see people like David Goggins, who I've seen on TV. Amazing. People like Tim Story, who's interviewed with Oprah Winfrey, Alan Stein, who's worked hand in hand with people like Stephen Curry or Kobe freaking Bryant. Alan actually took a picture with me too. Ha ha ha. But if you're thinking of going, I wholeheartedly recommend. I hope this video was helpful in the slightest bit, and I pray that you continue to have a blessed day today, and until next week where I upload another video, see y'all later.